The air passageway consists of parts through which the outside air comes in the lungs, and after the exchange of the gases, it goes out. The passage of air consists of following parts. This whole portion we call it nasal cavity. This paragraph, it's giving us a clear picture about the nasal cavity. Have a look of this nasal cavity here. The nose encloses the nasal cavity. It opens to the outside through the opening called the nostrils. The nasal cavity is divided into two portions by a wall. Each portion is lined up by fine hairs and mucus. Mucus is a liquid material. Basically, hair and liquid material together filter all the dust particles which are coming from the outside air. The mucus also moisten and warms the incoming air and keep its temperature nearly equal to that of the body. Now come down here. This is the second portion now. This portion is in particularly we are talking about the nasal cavity opens into pharynx. In particularly we are talking about pharynx by means of two small openings called internal nostrils. Pharynx is a muscular passage, and muscular means muscles are present there, and is a common to both food and air. It extends to the opening of the esophagus and the larynx. After pharynx, two tubes are opening. One tube is taking the food that we call the food pipe, and other is taking the air. The air goes from the pharynx into larynx. We know that glottix is a narrow opening at the floor of the pharynx which leads into the larynx. Turn the page. Okay. This paragraph is still the same. We are talking about the larynx or the voice box. The larynx is a box made of cartilage. Cartilage is present between the pharynx and trachea. It also called the voice box. Two pairs of fibrous bands called vocal cords are stretched across the larynx. The vocal cords vibrate when the air passes through them. This vibration produces sound. And very important facts here. The vibration in the vocal cords and the movement of the lips, cheeks, tongue, and jaws produce specific sounds which result in speech. Speech is an ability that only humans are gifted with. And this is one of the characteristics which has put human beings superior to all. Now come down. Now, after the larynx, it's opening into an other C-shaped cartilage tube that we call the trachea or the windpipe. Larynx continues to the trachea which is also called windpipe. It is about 12 centimeter. Highlight this word, 12 centimeter long tube which lies in the front of the esophagus. There are C-shaped cartilaginous rings in the wall of the trachea. What is the purpose of these cartilaginous rings? These cartilaginous rings are providing like a small skeleton there so that the tube will not shut. Because if the tube will shut for a single fraction of a second, the passage of the air between the lungs and the outside environment will be stopped there. So how Allah just prevent this? The cartilage keep the trachea from clasping even when there is no air in it. It means that it should be open for every time. Now coming down. On entering the chest cavity, the trachea divided into two smaller tubes called bronchi. The bronchi also have cartilaginous plates in their walls. Each bronchus enter into the lungs of its side and then divided into smaller branches. Come down now. The bronchi, we are talking about bronchi. Bronchi is a single layer which is taking now the air to the each lung now. The bronchi continue dividing in the lungs until they make several fine tubes called bronchioles. The bronchioles progressively lose the cartilage as they become narrower. The bronchioles end as fine tubes called the alveolar duct. Each alveolar duct opened into a cluster of pouches called alveoli. That sac-like structure was alveoli. The alveoli form the respiratory surface in the human body. Each alveolus is a sac-like structure lined up by a single layer of epithelial cells. It is bound on the outside by a network of capillaries. Yes, what is written here? The trachea and the bronchi are also lined with ciliated and glandular cells. The glandular cells secrete mucus which moisten the air and also trap any fine particles of the dust or bacteria that have escaped from the nasal cavity. The cilia beat with an upward motion so that the foreign particles along the mucus are sent to the oral cavity, from where it may be either swallowed or coughed out. Very important function. One filters are here in the nose as in the form of a hairs. Other filters are here in the trachea at this place. If you people just have a close look at this place, along the walls of the trachea, small hair like structure, we call it cilia, are present, and cilia is also having a moist layer there. So if any dust particle or the germ particle which escape from these nostrils from the hair, they can even be trapped here, and the hair which entered down in the bronchi, it will be just a pure and a clean air, so that no lung infection can take place. So just see how Allah just made a protective system for the breathing, that we are breathing from the outward surroundings, any kind of the germ or the dust can go, and which kind of the filters are helping us. But one very important fact here, the persons who are in the habit of smoking here, the smokers, while smoking, what the people are basically doing, they are just harming these cilias which are present here, and now their air, the dust particles or the germs inside the air which they are taking in, it can't be trapped anymore here. It can easily go to inside their lungs, and they can create the different kind of the infectious lung diseases there. So smokers are getting the lung diseases due to you can say due to the cilia which are just been burned due to their smoking here. Okay, now I think so it's clear again. Once again, this was the alveoli. Alveoli is the site where the gaseous exchange is finally taking place. Now come down in the last paragraph, what they're saying it, the pulmonary artery from the heart containing deoxygenated blood enters lung and branches into the arteriole and then into the capillaries which surround the alveoli. These then join together to form the venules, which form pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. If you people just have a look of this paragraph, it's having the comparison, or it's you people just go through this knowledge in your topic 9 of your grade 9. So this is basically whenever we talk about the exchange of the gases, two systems are involved here. The blood is coming by the help of the circulatory system. Alveoli is a site where this exchange of the blood is happening, and from where we are getting in the oxygen, from the outward surrounding we are taking in the oxygen, and all the carbon dioxide which are being you can say which are just coming from each and every cell after being used by the breakdown of the glucose, it just released out here from this channel that we call breathing out. So I hope so it's very clear to you people. Now other tasks, the related tasks to which I'm just mentioning it for you people. Okay, stay tuned with me. Hope that you people just get a clear idea about this. What is your task? I really appreciate that on your bio copy, you people just try to make this whole diagram, label each and every part, and other tasks I will just you can say paste on my wall there. So hope so students, you people just get the idea about it. Stay tuned with me. Allah Hafiz, and don't create mess at home. Be good students at home. Okay, Allah Hafiz.